My dear people of goodwill, my name is Father Patrick Washira, and today, during these difficult times of COVID-19, I would like us to discuss the theme of hospitality and share with you some few hints on how to be hospitable despite the problems that we are facing. The word hospitality has its root in Latin language, where the word hospes means guest. So, hospitale in Latin means to receive someone and to welcome him or her kindly as a guest. Now, we are called to practice hospitality because we always encounter people in different needs, and especially strangers. In the Christian sense, hospitality is encountering the hidden presence of God in others where we least expect to find Him. So we find God in other people, especially when we receive them in compassion, and especially when they are in need or are strangers to us. It also means serving a person as you would serve Christ, lovingly and with kindness. It is also a virtue, the virtue of recognizing the presence of Christ in others and nourishing this presence practically. Each community, and in fact every individual, must look for opportunities to be hospitable. And this call is especially important in these days, because these days of COVID-19 pandemic are days of lack, when each one of us might not be having even enough for himself. But still, we are still called to be hospitable. And there are many ways of offering hospitality to people, and especially strangers. And this includes not only in homes, but in offices, in our places of work, in new places when we meet people. And the first one is just a kind word or a smile, or just the word hello to a stranger. It is a gesture of hospitality. Then, giving others priority. You know, when you are out there, we are in a hurry to do what we are doing so that we can get home and stay safe. If you are not very careful, we could be people who are lacking in hospitality. How? Because in our hurry, it's a time to grasp what we want fast enough, and even to get ahead of the line in a supermarket or in any other place where you are supposed to make a queue. This is the instinct for survival. And it is found also in animals, but we are human beings. We can decide to give those who are ahead of us, give them a priority, give them the first place. And it is an act of hospitality. Then, respecting people in whatever status in life, even those who are sick, the underprivileged, the elderly people, and those who are in problems, even those who are sick and those that people don't want even to go near. We respect them in whatever state they are in. The other point is encouraging and consoling people. We have had people who have gotten sick of this virus. We have had people who have died. We have had people in depression, in different circumstances. Encouraging them and consoling those people is an act of great hospitality. Then the other aspect is forgiveness, and believing in forgiveness. Forgiving others and accepting forgiveness from others. The word sorry, which is so common, but which in our context is rarely used, is very important in these difficult times. This is concretized in offering material help. But even if we offer material help in terms of money, in terms of provisions, and we don't give regard to the aspects that I have pointed to you before, our material help becomes just mechanical. It lacks the human feeling, it lacks the human care, it lacks the kindness that we should show to strangers. In the Bible, Abraham is known as the model of hospitality. In fact, it is said that he welcomed angels. And I think these are the three men whom he met at the oak of Mamre. Abraham, when he met these people, he was sitting. But at the end of the incident, Abraham was the one standing serving them, and they are sitting. This is why he is regarded as a good model of hospitality. Then we have the second Kings, the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4. We have a woman there from Shunem who we can call a lady of hospitality. It was not enough for him to call Elijah to come and dine in their home, but even to build the man of God a comfortable place where he would be staying when he visits the neighborhood. Jesus talks about a cup of water in Matthew chapter 10, which is given to a prophet or a righteous man or a preacher. And he says, you become hospitable to such a person, and you get the reward of a prophet, the reward of a saint, and the reward of a preacher. And finally, in Matthew chapter 25, in the narrative about the last judgment, it's all about generosity, that this judgment is based upon. I was a stranger, and you received me. I was sick, and you visited me. So, proactivity in terms of hospitality in these difficult times will even cover a multitude of sins, because God is the first example. He was so hospitable to us. He received us in his house through the difficulty of his son dying on the cross for the sake of our salvation. Thank you, and may you be hospitable, and may you never lose an opportunity to be hospitable as you meet people in difficult times during this pandemic. God bless you.